What's up, everybody? It's your boy Nick Noodles coming at you with another great video. And today we're doing a live cop of the Supreme Louis Vuitton box logo restock. It's actually shock dropping today, which nobody saw. So we're going to go ahead and cook these up. Let's go, baby. Processing payment. Let's get it. Yo, we got it. Let's go. Damn, man. How much are these reselling for? Ooh, it's a cook. It's a cook, baby. I'm just kidding though. April Fools, got him. Today's video is actually a little bit different. I actually cooked this morning on the week 6 release of Spring Summer 2021. I got 2 XL fleeces in that white colorway. Shout out to St. Michael. I already pre-sold them though. And it kind of correlates to what I want to talk in this video, and that is how Supreme Resell is doing in 2021 and how I think it's going to be moving forward. If you're new to the channel, definitely hit that subscribe button. Like this video to let me know you're rocking with the channel. And also follow my Instagram at NickNoodlesYT. I actually ran some slots for somebody this morning and I actually hit both the items they wanted. So definitely follow my Instagram because that's where I set up the auto checkout form if you want me to help you secure some limited items. But let's go ahead and get into this video now. If you've been on the channel for a while, you know that I used to do these drop list and resale prediction videos every single week. And I haven't really been making them for a couple reasons. One, I've been pretty busy, and two, Supreme Resell is just all over the place. And I think I've finally broken it down. I've evaluated some trends that are going on with the market, and that's what I want to talk about in this video. This is pretty important because if you're not careful with Supreme, you can lose a lot of money on it because a lot of stuff just isn't reselling for what it used to. Now, in this video, I want to cover whether Supreme Resell is dead, what items are worth reselling moving forward, is it still worth holding Supreme, is Supreme dead as a company, and lastly, is it worth botting Supreme? So let's go ahead and tackle all of those topics one by one, and they kind of overlap with each other. So let's start off with my first point, talking about whether Supreme Resell is dead or not. And if we look at the Supreme Dunks, it's clearly evident that Supreme Resell isn't dead. However, if we look at a bunch of other releases that have come out this season, it's definitely not the same that it usually was. So let's break down some key examples from this past Spring Summer 21 season, what resell is looking like, and why they are looking like the way it is. So with the Supreme Dunks, I was completely wrong about my resale prediction. I thought these are going to dip down to $500, $600, $700, and they did quite the opposite of that. They're literally going for like $2 or $3 grand in some sizes, which is pretty crazy. And this is for a number of reasons that I've overlooked. One, the stock was way lower than everybody expected. I should have known that it being an SB Dunk, the stock was going to be very, very low because no SB Dunk low is ever mass produced. It's always like super, super limited. And that's why you likely have never taken a W on one. In the EU, you know, a lot of people were hitting manual, but those were all ghost orders. You know, they oversold stock, and that kind of sucks for a lot of people because there was a lot of money to be made there. Bots absolutely feasted in the United States after they adjusted to that additional add to cart button. And I think I just overlooked how iconic this dunk design is. I mean, the original one that came out in 2003 literally sells for $5,000 to $7,000. So there's no reason why that the dunk low should have released. Also, there was no sneakers released, so that just kind of ties into the stock being a lot lower than anticipated. So, you know, there are still one-off items every season to go for. I don't know if we're going to get another item like this dunk this year that has those type of margins. Maybe the Jordan collab could do that if they do like a Jordan 1 and like a Chicago colorway. But I really think that this Supreme Dunk was like a once every few years type of profit margin from Supreme. So why isn't Supreme Resell the same on some of these other really popular items? Supreme Nike is not doing very good. Supreme Hysteric Glamour is not doing too great. And even Supreme the North Face is not doing good at all. Even like the really good sizes in that black Nupsy, you're pretty much getting retail back after fees and shipping on StockX. So let's break down what has happened with, you know, some of these hyped collaborations that aren't doing that well. Basically, Supreme knows what items are doing very hot each season, and they're giving the fans what they want. They're increasing stock numbers, and allowing pretty much anybody that wants a box logo of the North Face collaboration, a Nike collaboration, the chance to purchase it. It's very similar to what Yeezy has done, and how he has increased the stock a lot, especially on the 350s. Pretty much anybody that wants a 350 can get one, or they can pay like a $20 or $30 premium on StockX or whatever and cop it. Supreme Air Force Ones, you know, they were pretty limited in spring summer 20. Even in fall winter 20, they were pretty hard to grab. But now in spring summer 2021, Supreme is releasing these Air Force Ones every single Friday. And if you don't know about supply and demand, the more supply there is on a market and the less demand there is, the lower the resale price is going to be. We've seen that happen. You know, a lot of these Air Force Ones are selling for like $150 now, which is pretty crazy considering literally a year ago they were around $200 to $300. And even some of the base sizes were going for like $600 or $700 last year, which I don't know why you would ever pay that much for some Supreme Air Force Ones. Definitely seen this with box logos. I feel like everybody that wants a box logo can get one, coupled with the fact that Supreme literally did like 3 box logo designs last season. I would not be surprised if we get 3 more this spring summer 2021. And lastly, I want to talk about this Supreme the North Face collaboration because I saw something that I've never seen before, and that is literally hours after the release, around 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, there was a full-size run of some of the mountain jackets still in stock on the website. It's pretty crazy. I've never seen like a small or XL, especially in the black colorway, the best, you know, colorway of any Supreme the North Face collaboration. People were canceling their orders because there was no resale whatsoever, and I think they pretty much sat on the site all week long, which I have never, ever seen from a Supreme the North Face collaboration. So if the really hyped items and the most sought after items like box logos, the North Face collaborations are being mass produced, then, you know, what items are best to go for from Supreme? And this is where, you know, you have to take a little bit of risk because right now the best items to resell from Supreme are the more low-key items that aren't produced as much. I have a few examples of this. These are items that are usually overshadowed by the more hype ones, but, you know, weeks after the release, the low-key items are selling for better margins than the most hype ones. My first example comes from the Supreme Dunk Low release. During this release, we also got the checkerboard cardigans, and I actually got a Camel XL one on a restock, and I was able to sell it for about a $60 to $70 profit. And that's mainly because one, stock wasn't as high on them because, you know, they weren't as hyped. Now, I picked it off a restock, but a lot of people were able to get these cardigans during the initial release because everybody was focused on those dunks. And, you know, I don't blame them because those are selling for literally $1,000 to $2,000 profit margins. But if you struck out on those dunks and you got the cardigan and made a little lunch money, then I don't think that's necessarily an L. We saw this again with the Nike collaboration. I think everybody was hyping up the puffer. Everyone kind of slept, including me, on that velour tracksuit, and especially in the tan and the white colorway, those things are going for crazy margins, like definitely way better than the puffer jacket. I don't even think the puffer jacket's going to have really good resale until next fall winter season. Lastly, I want to talk about the Hysteric Glamour Week. I think everybody was targeting the denim items, the trucker and the pants, and the white trucker and white pants are absolutely bricking right now. The other colorways aren't doing as bad, especially the pants. If you got blue or black pants that release, the margins are definitely really good. But the slept on item that week was definitely the purple flannel. I think if you went to single card it, you were pretty much able to get it even in the XL and small sizes. And so that's what you have to do to resell Supreme moving forward. You have to, you know, go after these low key items, take a little bit of risk on these lower key items because those are the ones making profit. Right now, I think those sleeper items are definitely flannels and cardigans. And so I think what's going to happen is next fall winter 21 season, Supreme is going to mass produce the shit out of cardigans and flannels, and resale is definitely going to tank a little bit. So yeah, that's kind of my strategy with Supreme going forward, going for the low-key items, or maybe not even going for items at all, because even on some of the hyped items, it's hard to even get your money back. You might even lose a few dollars, especially if you're not holding it, which I want to talk about next. Is it worth holding Supreme? If you don't have a lot of capital to begin with, you shouldn't be holding really anything at all. You should be quick flipping, taking your profits and moving on to the next release. You really should only be holding items if you can afford to, or you're really confident like in a few months or a year, it's going to be worth holding it. It's really not worth holding an item for a few months to a year if you're only going to make like 10 or 15% more of what you could have sold it for day one. That being said, there definitely are some items that are worth holding, like the Supreme Nike puffers are definitely worth holding to next fall winter. Those could definitely be a $400 or $500 jacket And that's pretty much, double retail. And I think that's a pretty good profit margin. Same with the Nupsies. These Nupsies are going to be going for a lot of money, especially if you got an XL or small. Definitely hold that to next fall, winter if you can. But again, if you really need the money, then I would just cash it out for retail because there will be so many other releases to go for this year. Kind of wrapping it all together here, is Supreme dead as a company? I kind of talked about this when VF Corp, bought it out for $2 or $3 billion, I think. And from what we've seen from the past 2 seasons, Supreme definitely is not dead. I don't think it really ever will be unless you can literally go to the mall and buy it. That's really the only way I could see Supreme being a dead company. But VF Corp, they're not going to ruin the company and, sell out like that. However, they definitely are going to continue to increase stock. As you saw with the Dunks, there's definitely potential for some of these crazy collaborations to occur. Like if we get another Supreme Louis Vuitton collaboration, that would be pretty crazy. Or even like maybe another CDG collab. That could be another really sought after collaboration. But these really, really hype collaborations and items are definitely going to be like a once every 1 or 2 years, in my opinion. My last point I want to talk about in this video, I kind of rambled on about a bunch of different stuff, so thank you for sticking around. Is it worth botting Supreme? If you're only going for, strictly resale, like you don't care about Supreme as a company, then I would say no, Supreme isn't worth botting. However, if you really do like Supreme and, you get stuff for the personal every single season, then I definitely do think it could be worth botting, especially if you have the money to spare. I spent a decent amount of money on Mech Preem, and because I missed out on the Dunk release, I don't think I'm going to be making my money back anytime soon. However, botting Supreme is really, really easy, and it can definitely help you, secure some of your personal items, especially if your like personal size is a small or an XL. Having a bot is definitely very, very useful for any release because those sizes are going to sell out super, super fast. So yeah, that pretty much wraps up my thoughts on Supreme. Obviously, this channel is mainly Supreme, and I'm still pretty invested in the company. I like a lot of the stuff that we've gotten this season, so I'm excited to see where it goes. Hopefully, with the Jordan release this season, I think I can cook that up since I took an L on the Dunks. But let me know what you all think of Supreme Resell right now. Are you just quitting on it? Do you think it's going to go up? What do you think about my points? Do you think Supreme is going to keep increasing stock? Or do you think, next season they'll tone it down a little bit? I really don't know. It's all speculation, but thank you all for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.